Alright, so let's do a quick progress update of what we've been doing. We'll give it a quick look with the shaders on. Man, that looks pretty. Okay, let me quickly get in here before the computer starts complaining. Let me turn the render distance down. Way down. Yo, Critical Hit Core, welcome to the stream. I'm doing good, thanks. How are you? Jack, welcome back. Adam, welcome back. Good to have you guys back in here. Wait, the FOV is really high. Okay, so yesterday, just to recap, we built this pretty cool ship, cargo ship. We built a nice little dock with a fishing area right over here. And we also built this cool fishing stand, which is probably one of my favorite builds in this entire area. Because it just makes this whole area feel like a little bit of a restaurant. I don't know, it feels like it gives it purpose. Yeah, so I saw somebody asking in chat, what are we going to be doing today? Let me turn the shaders off because my computer is starting to get loud. Today we're going to be building the market. That's going to go right here. This is basically going to be for the villagers. So I feel like what I want to do now... How do we start this? So we need to first section off an area that it's going to be built in. I think we might need to make it a little bit bigger. So let me just grab this really quick and see if we can bring it out. I would like there to be at least like a 1 block gap over here, consistently everywhere. 4, 5. Kind of like so. We're gonna need to fit quite a few villager things in here. Let's see, how far do we want to take it in there? We want another flower patch over there. Do a melon shop. Yo, Random Craft the Kiwi. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you back, dude. I love that's just how we know you by now. You're just a Kiwi. I love it. Alright. So, melon shop, one of the things. We definitely need that for like the farmer guy. The shape is kind of getting a little wonky. I think we're going to go like that. It's getting a bit big now. I think this needs to be a 3, that needs to be a 2. 2 into a 1. Into a 2 over here. We can move this into a 3, 4, 5, no 3. This can be like 5, 7 even. 2, 3, 4 we can go with. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I just need to see where I need to connect this up to the main part. This could actually be another 5. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I don't know, it's a little... Oh wait, it's supposed to connect up to this spot here. What am I doing? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. No, hold on. Yeah, I think this is probably going to be closer to what we need here. Sorry, fellas, just need to make sure we start correctly. Just need to make sure we have the correct start. If the base you work from is not correct, it's going to be really difficult to make it work. Who is the other player in my profile picture? That's my brother. He's part of March. He works with me. It's frozen. Was it frozen for everyone else or is it just Adam? Because I was getting complaints about that yesterday. Alright, so this is going to be a marketplace area. In general, it's going to need to look like it's traveled on very heavily. There's going to be a path going all around it as well. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to be replacing these blocks with packed mud. No wait, these blocks I'll be replacing with mud bricks. And inside we're going to use packed mud to make it look like it's been walked on a lot. Oh, no. This replace thing messes me up sometimes. Now it's frozen again. What's the use of XP in stream? No idea. I think it's just something that YouTube added to kind of improve engagement. To encourage people to like chat and stuff. People want to see who's the biggest supporter. I think YouTube thought they could turn it into like a game. It's fine now. It wasn't frozen for you? Okay, it might just be an Adam thing. How can you build so good and detailed? I just can't. But you've been following my tutorials. It takes practice. So the way I started was I would follow tutorials and I would try to build like the buildings in those tutorials. But you need to make sure when you do that you try to study the details. For instance, if you have a look throughout all of these builds, this is one detail that I learned. You can place stuff on top of each other with campfires and trapdoors, and it kind of makes it look like it's a piece of cargo. So I just took that detail and I repeated it over all of these areas here. So as soon as you start picking up on all of these little details, you start picking up on all the little habits of ways that you can like detail walls and stuff. Ooh, what happened here? I'm glad I saw this. Then you can just, you're going to start memorizing those details and you'll be able to start developing a building style of your own. You just need to practice and then eventually get creative with it. You need to learn the building principles. Why something works, why it doesn't. And you only do that through practice. What time is it for us? For me, it's currently 9:37. Let me see, let me shrink this down. Then I can flood fill this with packed mud. Okay, it looks very plain and very bland now. But that's fine, because we're going to be building a whole bunch of stuff on top of it. Let's just get a look for how this is going to be from here. I kind of like it. There's going to be like this little market area right in the middle, right in the center of the island. It makes sense for it to be here. It's midnight for you, Jack, and you're still watching the stream. That's commitment, dude. Yo, we've got people from all time zones here. Alright, so let's first now start by giving it a little bit of a frame. We need to bring this up by 1 block. I'm wondering, I don't think I want to have a big wall around here because it's going to block a lot of the view through the village. So when we have a look at it from like far back for the thumbnail and stuff, you won't be able to see much. So I think I'm just going to go with this simple little, I don't know, path slab wall thing just to like differentiate it. Then what we can do around here is we can get some coarse dirt. And we can hit it with a line of coarse dirt all around. We're going to get into building the stalls now. I just want to section this area off properly. This is giving us kind of like context for the build. Yeah, it's going to kind of determine how we want to build the stuff inside it. This replace tool is so useful. Wow, this is going so fast. Bruh. That was so fun. And over here, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to taper the path in a bit. I want to replace this all with coarse dirt. Because this is just a rural path. Whenever it gets to like a established area, then we have the mud brick path. Okay, that adds a nice transition between there, which is cool. Let us taper this out quick. Ooh, not like that. Kind of like this. I need to break that. Can get rid of these wools. I think that's fine. I need to remember there's also going to be a path here. There's going to be a path connecting to this piece and over here. It's getting a little bit messy here, but it's fine. This area is actually going to become a bit of a crop farm, I think. Let me catch up on stream a bit, on chat a bit. You have an idea? Make a shop, village, trading center. That's what I'm doing here. That's what this is going to be. It's going to be a marketplace for the villagers. How long have I been playing Minecraft for? Ooh. That's a tough question. If I were to guess, probably over 10 years. But not every day. You know, like Minecraft's one of those games, you don't always play it every day. And I wasn't always a builder. I'll clarify that. I could not always build. Building took me a while to develop. Yeah, I think that's fine. How about a melon shop? And my favorite thing to build. Guys, I think Jack wants a melon shop. I'm not sure though. Okay, so... yeah, dude, like... you know, I still have this fear. I don't know if there are any other OGs in chat. But I don't know if you've experienced this fear of when you're like on a boat. And you're busy driving in the ocean. And you're so scared to hit one of these lily pads. Because your boat's gonna like turn into planks and sticks. That's the Minecraft I come from. Okay, now we've got this foundation in place. We need to set up the stalls because then we can set up pods in between them as well. Let me just grab some water. You stopped Minecraft for about 2 years and just picked it up after the first stream of this build. You inspired me to keep building. Wow, dude, that's fantastic. I'm glad to hear that it's helped you, or that it's inspired you to get back into it. Building's fun, man. Building it really, it's fun. I wasn't always good at it. Once you practice and get better, then it becomes fun. Because then you can just get creative. I think I want to do that. Okay, I'm procrastinating. Jack, you want a melon stand? Let's build the melon stand. I think we're gonna start off. I kind of want it to stick to the theme that we were going with here. With this sort of thing. This thing feels very market-like. Because it's like a cozy island. I mean, we've even got a barn on it. So I kind of want it to feel a little rural, you know? So let's just get a few blocks here. To kind of replicate this, we can use different color banners for each thing. Okay, hold on, let's have a... I also need stairs and slabs. What's my favorite biome? Yours are lush caves. They're so pretty. I haven't given it much thought, if I'm being honest. Okay, I don't want to make these stalls too big. I'll have to give it some thought. I'll have to get back to you on that. I think cherry biomes are pretty cool. They feel very like... they feel very tranquil. We could do something like this. This back area can be where the villager enters from. Okay, so you can like get in here. Oh. Hello. Okay, let's get out of here. I think we built this up. How tall was that one? 3 blocks tall. Hey Emma, welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. Random Craft plays mainly on Bedrock Edition. You once played on Java. And the flight was really weird because you have momentum. Oh, are you used to like just kind of instantly stopping? Not like this movement afterwards. That makes sense. I think Axiom has a setting for you to turn off momentum, but I could never get used to playing without momentum. It felt so weird. Jack says desert, they're open and you love the style. I love the possibilities that deserts bring. Like, I don't know, I love building I love the idea of an oasis. I still need to do that in a stream at some point, building something in the desert like that. I think it could be really fun. You get one more idea. Melon shop theme, villager trading center. Well, this is technically going to be the trading center for the melon villages. That's what this whole area is for. There's no way the music already stopped. What? Oh, it didn't. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Yo, welcome back, Goat Hudson. I remember you from a previous stream. Okay, so the roof is a little wonky, which is probably exactly what we're going for. Kind of want to have a look at that. Okay, these two top levels are... They have... Oh. Fence gates going all the way down. This one's definitely not the same shape as that stall, which I'm actually happy with. I don't want it to all be the same. I think I actually like the shape more. I could build a desert melon shop. Y'all are running away with this idea. Y'all are going crazy with it. Yeah, maybe one day in the future. I mean, we have to have melons. That's part of like the whole oasis vibe. It's a very water dependent crop. You have to do a stream where you build in all biomes, not just the desert. You'd love to see what you do in a taiga biome. Interesting, interesting. Let me just catch up on chat quick. I feel like I missed something earlier. Emma asked, what's your favorite mob? I don't know, I feel like I would upset people if I were to go crazy on them and say the warden. It's definitely not, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, hold on. I feel like if there's one color banner that screams melons, it's green. So we're gonna go with green and white for here. Kind of like that. We used white over there, so we'll start with green here. Ended on green there, so we'll start with white here. Okay, then we've got a little melon stand. It's pretty cool. Random Craft says ads. I try to put the ads to like minimum. I'm just experimenting with them. All the previous streams I disabled them, but they're literally making like absolutely nothing. Oh snap, I forgot to start recording. Okay, I hope it doesn't lag now. Sorry guys, I freaked out because the whole point of this is to also record so that I can make content. And I haven't been recording the past few streams, so there's not going to be like videos. Platinum the 20 says nice build. Like how I use the campfires as roofing material. Thanks man, I love that idea as well. The sniffer's pretty cool. I like them. They're kind of cute but big and fluffy at the same time. Make a custom banner, red and green. I don't know, that sounds like a lot of brain power, dude. Okay, so we know now that I put a lantern in here. Sorry, I get distracted, but these are important things. Okay, I put the lanterns on the sides there. So we also need to get item frames. And then we gotta have the melon. And then we have to prepare for the other stuff. So we're gonna need some signs. Okay, let's see. If we can add a barrel. Would it make sense to add a barrel anywhere else in here? Probably not. I mean, we don't need an extra barrel. Did I not get an item frame? Or am I blind? Didn't get... Wait. I did get an item frame. There it is. Okay, melon right in there. We'll put another melon in here. We'll pop a lantern on there. And on the side. And then we're going to make a melon stack at the back here. And we'll include a few campfires to look like... what do you call them? Pallets. Those things that forklifts use to pick this up with. I don't want to put a pallet there. Okay, now we've got a few melons in the back here. I think we can still extend it past like so. We need a big boy melon stack here. What do we think? I like that idea. I think it needs a lantern here and there. And then what we can do is... can get a little bit of water. And we can get some melon seeds. And we can actually grow a few melons at the back here. Let's just make sure it makes sense. That's supposed to be a path. This is supposed to be a farming location. So I'm just going to put that in there. And we can make it look like we've got a few melons growing here. Ooh, and pumpkins maybe. We can't forget the pumpkins. Because of the tick speed, that should go very quick. Forklifts in Minecraft, yeah. Welcome Turbo, welcome to the stream. Good to have you back. What mod is he using? Regarding what? Regarding the building. I've got Axiom installed. Axiom is a really cool mod because it allows you to basically turn the game into almost like an editing software. It's really fun. You've got like a whole bunch of different tools here. Okay, now we've got a little bit of like a few pieces of crops here. We can place a little bit of grass in. All that's left is for us to add the villagers in here, and they shouldn't be able to escape. But we need composters actually. Because these need to be farmers, right? So I think if we put them in here like this, it could work. Or, is there a world where we use this in the design? The issue is the top is open. If we do that, we can put it in here. Ooh, but can they access it then if there's a block above it? Let's see. Okay, things are getting very cozy in here. Oh. Okay, we've got a farmer. It worked. Okay, we've got a second farmer. Fellas, the melon stand has been built. Let's go. Okay, now what we need to keep in mind is that they're walking there a lot. Ooh, before I put the villagers in, I should have actually done this. They're walking here a lot and they're farmers, so they're going to be walking in dirt. So we should probably bring some coarse dirt in here. Let's see if we can sneak a few blocks in. Dur, thank you for subscribing, appreciate it. Okay, then we can get a few stone buttons. And the stone buttons will look like pebbles. Ooh, that's feeling cozy. Let's have a look with the shaders on. Should change the white banners to red banners. Fits the watermelon more. We can try. Yeah, I mean, like you walk in here. There's a little melon stand. You got your little farm of villagers. How cool is that? Let's see. Okay, you know what? I like the red. The red's cool. Thanks for that, Adam. Do we like the red? I think I like the red. Yeah, it does feel more melony, because like the inside of the melon. Why don't always use shaders? Yeah, it's very demanding on my computer. Right now, I would be playing with shaders. I would be streaming. I would be recording at the same time. So yeah, my computer starts shouting at me. You like it, Jack? Well, I'm glad. I'm glad, dude. Kevin, welcome back. Good to have you back, dude. Use shelves. Which shelves? These shelves. I don't know, they feel kind of fancy. Okay, I just realized that we kind of cleared the inventory there. So let's get all of these other blocks back. and we can work on the next few stands. In general, they're all just going to be following the same principle. But we can try to make a few little details like this around the different stands to make them stand out. Stand out. Okay, item frame. So we've got a stall there. Where are we going to build the next stall? We could build a stall over here. Probably won't be a bad idea, because there's space here to do something behind it. Okay, which villages do we need now? We're probably going to need Fletchers, because they've got like one of the best trades. So we can make... Ooh, what if we build a small little archery at the back here and have this be like the fletching place? Jack, I think we've got enough melon stores for now. Maybe in a future desert stream. Yeah, dude, that's what shaders do. I must say though, I've got complementary, and they've been significantly better for me than BSL. BSL was always my favorite, but complementary is so incredibly configurable. Like, you can configure it in many different ways. And it also feels a little bit less demanding on the computer. I know there are also mods you can download that make the game less demanding. Hashtag add more watermelons. Y'all are trying to start a movement here. What's going on? BSL makes your PC explode. Yeah, man. I also just realized actually something we can add here. This looks very rough, so we could add a few signs around here. Or it's very harsh. That connection's very harsh. The signs can add a little bit of a transition. That's the word I'm looking for. Button. I'm sorry to hear that, Kevin. I know it's tough, but that's part of life, man. That sort of thing happens. You just need to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start again. But I know it's tough. What if you were to think like color? Because now we need to think about the banners for the archery here. What banners are we going with? Probably white, right? I mean, we could build the thing and just see what fits. Maybe gray? Shelf, not shelves. I don't know, I'm in 1.21.7. Hey, listen to Jack spitting facts. White and yellow. Well, we need to think about other professions as well. Is there another profession that could use yellow? I mean, we could also just always do that and then fix it later. Okay, let's see now. We need to include a fletching table in here and one in here. Every time. This is the back door. So we've got the fletching tables. We don't need a trapdoor above them. We should probably bring a little bit of coarse dirt in here. While we can, while it's easier. We're going to break this area open because this is going to open us up to the whole fletching area. Wow, the banners really add a lot. They really add a lot. Okay, let's add a little bit of coarse dirt around. I could also just use the replace thing. Can't forget the buttons. Alright, no problem, Random Craft. Take care, bud. Welcome back, Emma. Welcome back. 3D feathers, I know, right? So pretty. That's all good. I'm sorry, I don't even know how to say your name. Could you try to like spell it out in chat somehow? Is it Josh? Joshay? I think you said earlier that you're Dutch. If you spell it out, I might actually be able to say it. Because I'm from South Africa and we have a very similar language here to Dutch. It's called Afrikaans. It's based off of Dutch. Yeah, dude, this guy's flexing with 3 languages. Okay, somebody said yellow and white. That does look Fletchy. I mean, we see there kind of like this white and yellow tint. That's cool. The stands look pretty much the same, but we'll just ignore that. Now we need to build a... How do we do this? Ooh, we should use barrels. And then put a target block on top of that. Kind of like that. We could also just put a fence over here with a target block on top. And we'll just ignore the fact that they're shooting at targets where people could be walking right behind. We'll not get too caught up in the details. Where are my signs? Do I have signs? Oh, I did. Let's get that back in its spot. I also like the idea of having some crates here. Some pallets. Oh. Add a villager as a vendor. I can't believe I forgot to do that. Pop that filler in there. Okay, now we've got 2 Fletchers. Fantastic. The question is, do we want grass here? It kind of makes sense for there to be some grass. Also, do we want a taller target block up here? Probably. And then we could even have one down here? No, maybe. Actually, I wasn't too opposed to that. It's too much now. There's too many. We need to keep it simple like that. You have to sign a contract to pass in that path, so if you get hit, they're not responsible. Yeah, dude. Okay, so I'm thinking we don't even just use grass here, we just use bone meal. We get it to look rough. It's part of the challenge of trying to hit the targets. You gotta shoot through the grass. Okay, maybe not this one. And then we can kind of taper it out. However, maybe we make like a line here. That's like the rule. You have to shoot from behind this line. Ooh. We could even make, like, add white in here. Does that make sense? I think this needs to be straight. I think that's what's making it a little wonky. Kind of like that. Now you have to shoot with your bow from here. Alright, cheers Emma, thanks for stopping by, I appreciate it. Name it Adam. Biswas, welcome to the stream, welcome to the stream. Alright, let's get an anvil. I need another name tag. You need to go critical hit. That's all good, dude. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, y'all. We got Adam 1 and we got Adam 2. Adam's always here. He deserves some villages named after him. Okay, that's all good, Josh. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Okay, so we've got the Fletchers in place. We've got the melon fellas in place. What is the next game plan? What are we building next? Yo, Mr. G, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm doing good, thanks. How are you? Adam is a villager, and me is a chicken. Yeah. I think we're gonna build the next one here. Kind of in this configuration. I like it because sometimes marketplaces are like very crowded, cramped places. So it would be fitting the theme of it quite nicely. Three brothers, thank you for subscribing. Maybe build a farm. We're gonna be building a farm at some point. Adam, how did it autocorrect to hamster, dude? What? What about you as a farmer, a melon farmer? Alright, hold on. Let's get the name tags. We're going with Jack 1 and Jack 2. Jack 1, Jack 2. There we go. Oh, you're trying to say Mr. G, Master and Hamster came out. That's kind of weird. Hold on, let me try to catch up on what our Dutch friend has been saying. Who is Dutch for how? Yeah, we have that in Afrikaans as well. In Afrikaans, if we want to say how's it going, we would say hoe gaan dit? So we're following that. I think he's saying, is that who part of your name? Is that how you say the Jew, like the Jew? Hoe gaan dit? That's how we say how are you. Okay, wait, what's this for, guys? What stand are we building here? Hey, it's all good, Jack. All good, dude. I feel like I'm really jumping around chat. I'm not following it in a chronological order at all. I just kind of reply to what I see. The sign is over here. So, fundamental villager that you absolutely have to have. We've got the Fletchers. Farmers aren't really fundamental, but we did it for Jack. We did it for the melons. Fish. Okay, well, we already have fish. To be fair, we do already have fish over there. And that dude's got this entire marketplace all for himself. So we need other market fellas up here. Let's have a look through the functional blocks. Ooh, I know like an armorer, an armorsmith is always an armorsmith and a toolsmith. And a chicken stand for Kevin. I guess we need butchers. Okay, we'll make a chicken stand for Kevin. Okay, hold on, what? What does a butcher use? What workstation does a butcher use? Because we need to get Kevin's stand in here. Need to add a bowl for marketplace time. Alright, while we figure out what block the butcher uses, let's add a bell in here. I'm thinking we do something like this. Okay, hold on. What's the configuration? Like, how does a bell look? I need to hang it from something. I feel like we can do better than this, though. I know we can do better than this. What if we get a hopper, trapdoor? This is gonna make it very big and chunky. Where are my slabs? Did I not get slabs? I also need blocks. Okay, hold on. How am I gonna do this? Need that over there. Stair over here. With a hopper attached to it. Can get a chain with a lantern and a bell. Do we hang that down there like that? Can you hang a bell from a chain? Yes, you can. Okay, now we can do this. This part just doesn't make sense now. I mean, it's kind of chunky. Do the chicken and lead again? Let me just catch up on chat. Hey, Felix is random. Are you the Kiwi? Is that where the random craft comes from? Okay, you are the Kiwi. Okay, I see. You kind of like it chunky. Okay. So I want to add a few fences in here. Sorry, not fences, signs. Okay, let's finish the finish the vendor chicken, the chicken vendor. What block do butchers use? I don't know if you guys wrote it in chat. What block do butchers use? Kiwi is a fruit, but it's also the way people from New Zealand are known. People from New Zealand are known as Kiwis. What block do... I feel like when I get the answer, I'm going to be so disappointed in myself. It's a smoker. Okay, so we're going to have two butchers in here. And we should... Yep, there we go. The Kiwi responds. Tells us it's a smoker. Make the meat on a stick that I was talking about in the last stream. Oh, the ham thing. Okay, yeah, we can do that at the back, yeah. There's place for that at the back. Yeah, we could have like a campfire where we cook meat and stuff. Let's just get coarse dirt mixed in. And in this area we're going to need to open up. I like it. The dirt is kind of like starting to work into the other places. So it's starting to look like all the paths are becoming more worn. Because I mean there are stalls all over here, so it should. But it's just nice when a plan comes together. Okay, for this we definitely need to be using red. I think red and white. Ooh. Surely for this a red and a white banner. Let me catch up on chat. The cherry log with chains in it on a log. Is cherry better than mangrove? Thanks for spreading the love, Felix. Sorry if you say some weird words in Dutch, it means something different. Sorry about that. I understand, dude. You're just trying to speak English and I appreciate that. Maybe make a sheep and cow farm and call it the Moon Barn. Did I say that right? Felix is Kiwi, he always speaks weirdly. You love the marketplace, especially the Elon. Interesting. I don't know if you meant the melon stand. Instead you went with Elon. Okay, red is definitely meat. So now let's get into... Oh, I'm gonna have to clear this out. So y'all said a cherry log with chains. We can get some fences. We're also gonna need a campfire here. Hold on. We start with a campfire. We build this up like this. We maybe place barrels at the bottom. With like grindstones on here. Is this gonna make sense at all? Kind of, because we can just say that it kind of goes and attaches to the sides there. We get chains here. So we could go with a cherry log. I like the mangrove log because it makes it look smoked. That looks like a smoked ham, kind of. Hey Xavier, welcome. Aren't you still in school? Aren't you supposed to be in school right now? It's Friday. Thanks, Mr. Kiwi Man, I appreciate it. Hey Hawk, welcome. Good to have you here. Okay, so what do we think of the campfire? Well, I say the campfire, actually just the fire used to cook the meat on. We'll cover this area in that. I think maybe some gravel as well could work? I don't know, we haven't really used gravel anywhere else throughout this area, but the gravel looks like ash. So we'll just say the gravel is ash around the campfire. You lagging? Is it just you or is everyone lagging? I like that because the smoke is going up into the ham and smoking it. That's great. We need a few buttons around here for sure. Dude, Kevin's so lucky. He's got the chickens in the main base named after him, and now he's gonna have villages named after him as well. Oh wait, need 2 name tags. But we'll stick to this. We'll stick to the theme. So we'll have Kevin, and we'll have Lil Kev. Yo AJ Aki, welcome back. It's all good, dude. Don't worry about being late. Even live stream can't escape the ads. Yeah, sorry, I enabled them in this one. I'm just testing it out. I have put them to very little though. Alright, cool Xavier. Take care, man. How about Kevin the second? I don't know. It feels like we need to stick to how we knew Kev from the start. Lil Kev and Kevin. We got the butchers, and they sell chicken, dude. How great is that? Okay, then we know one thing we should do here is get a fence, get a lead, get some chicken, get some cow. Hold on. We can put the chickens on this side. You can connect to the same fence, right? Yep. That guy is getting close to the fire. You didn't skip the ad? My dude is a supporter. What progress have I made so far the stream? So we've been building this marketplace. This is the progress we've made in the stream so far. Let's have a look at it with the shaders on. I feel like it's going to look very brown. Did you see they added 3 new eggs in the game? The new snapshot? I have not. Yo, the market, you know, it is very brown, but it feels like it looks like a market. We just need to fill it up with a few more things. But I love the fact that there's even an archery place here. That's just like casually worked in. You got the bowl. We got the farmers, we got Jack in here with the melons. We've got Kevin and little Kev, the butchers with his meat. Yeah, and we've got the archery over here. That's fantastic. Looks like a market. That's exactly what we're going for, so that's great to hear. Make a pumpkin and melon patch and put 1 sea pickle on each pumpkin and melon to make the pumpkin patch. Oh wait, don't the sea pickles look like the stems? That's a fantastic idea. We can actually just come and put this in all over. Oh, but the stems need to be connecting at the top. Maybe sparingly, I don't know. Yeah, I kind of like that. After you made the last stalls, you need to add smaller stalls like 2 barrels and a seat. I like it. Make a fish and chip shop. Well, technically, well, we've already got the fish shop, guys. It's over here. They've even got like a pile of salmon. So you know what? If it pleases you, here's what we're gonna do. Gonna put that over there. We're gonna get some farmland. We're gonna grab a few potatoes. Ooh, hold on. No! We can do that. This is now also potatoes, and that means it's a fish and chip shop. That's the logic we're working with. You're driving home now, just 3 hours and 32 minutes left, but we're still in France and we need to be in the Netherlands. Wow, dude, that's a long drive. I hope you drive safely. Hope you arrive safely. Beans don't exist in Minecraft because you haven't been to the bean store. Well, then it sounds like we need to make a plan to make sure that we've been to the bean store. Okay, we need to build another stall here. Now we need to build like a toolsmith and armorsmith place. Oh, thanks, Felix. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. No more dad jokes. Hey, I appreciate a good dad joke. This one is gonna feel... No, you know what? It's actually perfectly not like... I think this thing is perfectly close enough to the path coming in here that it feels just markety enough. Where it's like just inconvenient enough. Okay, before we get into this and this, let's grab the trapdoor. We'll just put another one there. I actually like the general uniform that's going through this whole place with like all the market stalls looking the same. Feels like it suits it. I also love the trapdoors we work in here. Oh, you know what we should do? Is this going to be like... Sorry, I feel like I'm getting a little bit distracted, but it's a potential improvement. Is this at all something we should do? Like add leaves coming down here. Or around. It could be the pop of color that it's been needing, you know? You know, before we get carried away with this, we'll do this later if it's something we want to do, because we can also add like a few planters and stuff in here. So we'll get to that later. Okay, that one was good. You can't use beef stew as a password because it's not strong enough. Nice, dude. The leaves are so good looking. Oh, I already put one there. Alright, we will do the leaves. Also, it just occurred to me I need to add a item frame here with some chicken. These fellas are hard at work. Okay, now let me do a quick Google search. We need a toolsmith. That's a smithing table. We need a smithing table and a blast furnace. That's what we need. So we can have an armorer and a toolsmith. Then before we put the villagers in here, we should probably block them off. Do vines too? Alright guys, remember these ideas, we're gonna come back to it at the end. After we build these stalls, we're gonna use it to like fill it in and make it feel all complete. Just keep these ideas in your brain. Okay, this should probably have orange. I'm thinking like orange and black. If I can get myself flying. I don't know, what shouts like... Something should shout, I work with hot stuff, like hot metal. Make a mini McDonald's. I should make the US starter house. Wink wink, mini McDonald's US starter house. Yo Jack, thank you for subscribing. Took you long enough, dude. Gray and red. Oh. Let's see. We've just got a lot of red in here. That's what I'm concerned about. Black and red for me seems more like... I think I'm gonna go with black and red. Ooh, wait. Oh, aren't we able to do stuff like this? We can do things like this. That could be cool. Okay, I feel like I need to move a few more trapdoors in here. And then we can probably start moving the villagers in. Let's get an item frame with... I like diamond because it sticks out. Hold on, but it's not a weaponsmith, it's a toolsmith, so we're going to be going with that. And an armor smith. Oh. Axe in there, chest plate in there. I like that. Let's bring the coarse dirt through here, and then we're going to have to make like a smelting area at the back here. That's gonna be a tough build, because we do not have a lot of space to do that. We do not have a lot of space to do that at all. You're a little late, you forgot. All good, dude. Alvin, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Okay, so we need to now bring a few villagers in here. Like so. What are we naming these villages? Wait, who still needs a village? Somebody still needs somebody's name still needs to be used. I think, well, how did that even happen? I think we're gonna go with Felix. We're going with Felix. Felix 1 and Felix 2. I wonder if I should have called it the Kiwi. Now we've done Jack. Jack's over here. Those are Jacks. The Jacks. Make a ball post in the middle of the market. Right here. The ball's already been established. Okay, so we need to build this area at the back here now. We should probably add a little bit of like a few... These blocks are going to stand out very harshly. But what I'm thinking is we've got like a... We can put a campfire. Ooh, we can put a hay bale. I don't know if you guys know this trick. You can put a hay bale underneath the campfire and the smoke will go higher. Then we can put a lava bucket over there. And we can add some of that. Can bring in like iron bars. With a little bit more of this. We can keep these parts open. We should also bring ash in this, well, gravel, but technically ash in this area. I'm playing without fire tick on, so we don't have to worry about this burning, by the way. Just a heads up. Okay, I think I want to bring like blackstone stairs in. Kind of like this. Okay, look at how high that campfire smoke's going. That thing is shooting to the sky. It feels like it needs something. Mud wall probably won't do the trick here. Maybe we do this. I do like that because it's making like a, I don't know. It's making it look like an actual place. I don't know if that made any sense at all. It's also occurring to me I didn't put lanterns in here. Lanterns over there, lanterns over there. And we can put a few lanterns here. Make sure the wood doesn't light on fire. I've put my game rule do fire tick to false. So the fire can't spread. Anyone else lagging? Adam says he's lagging. Okay, so I think we've got like our main villages in here. I don't know if I want to add more stalls, like more big stalls. It's gonna feel too much. So I think we'll be going with... Somebody said like just making a few barrels and like a seat type thing almost. And then, you know what we could do? We could make like a table here. We should also get a few campfires to look like pallets. Because forklifts exist in Minecraft apparently. Okay, Okay, let's pop a lantern on here. And then Let's get a fence with a trapdoor. That can look like a little mini stall. What we could do for this guy is we could make a little umbrella for him. Let me see if I remember how to do this. I think I'm gonna go with white and gray just to make it as like bland as possible. But if we do this, we can surround this with trapdoors. And then we can put white wool over here with grey wool in between. And then we've got a little umbrella for the guy. And then what we could do is we could also even add a lever in here to make it look like it controls the umbrella. What do y'all think about the little stand? Adam said make small stalls with some item frames for what they are selling. Ooh, that's a good idea. The umbrella needs to be one lower. Man. Okay. It's a good point. It is a good point. I can't even disagree with that. And then we need to get the item frame with the item they're selling. With, well, what's this guy going to be selling? Also, there's actually not going to be a guy there, though. That's the thing. We won't be able to put a villager there. We can put this item frame here, though. You know what? We just need a guy who just travels around and sells bread. What we could do here is we could give him like a shelf. How are we going to make a shelf? If we do this, it's maybe getting a bit chunky now. But we could maybe add like a table here with a little bit of bread in it as well. The lantern's a bit much. And then maybe we'll use some sea pickles to make it look like he's got glasses. Like he was drinking some water, you know? A cake stand. Oh, I like the idea of a cake stand, because then you can actually like visually see the cake. You can our food on the corners of campfires, what? But bread on it? You can put food on the corners of campfires, but bread on it. Wait, can you actually put... You can't put stuff on a campfire that's been extinguished though. Okay, I think we need to build another one of these, but we need to make it a cake stand. And let's be honest, you kind of want the cake stand like where there's the most traffic. So we'll do something like this over here. I want them to look a little bit different, but following the same style. Ooh, also we need to add coarse dirt around here. Can I get underneath here? I can if I do that. Okay, now that stand's actually coming together very nicely. I feel like I even want to look at this with the shaders on. Yeah, it feels cozy. The lantern's very bright. But it actually feels like a little bread stand. This is like where the person would sit to do their work and stuff. And then this is where he tends to his customers. Hold on, let me catch up real quick. Oh wait, yo, why was I trying to put bread on an extinguished campfire? Why am I searching for meat? My brain is cooked, dude. Oh snap! This just unlocked possibilities. I feel like I should swap them. Hold on. No. Oh. I feel like we should have 2 beef and 2 chicken. Ooh, and then we could even have fish up here. We'll say somebody brought their raw fish up here to get it cooked. Oh, it's not called fish, it's called raw salmon and stuff like that. Alright, we've got various meats. Favorite number? I don't think I have a favorite number. We need this thing over here. Hold on, no. This chair. I think this chair needs to be here. That way we can put the table here. And then this fella can have his stand or his working location here. This is the cake guy. And then the beauty about this is we can actually just go and put cake on here. Kind of like that. Then we need to build an umbrella on top of here. How tall did we make that? Just one block. Wait, I'm placing this on the wrong block. What color is the cake stand going to be? It's probably going to be a bright color because it's like sweet. We can make it like pink. We need to add a barrel in here. Let's get like a pink carpet. Pink and white. It's a sandwich stand. You could put pumpkin pie too. Ooh, wait, can you actually place pumpkin pie? Please tell me you can place pumpkin pie. If not, we're just going to put it in an item frame. You can't, but we can do that. And it kind of works. Add a bench, pink and white. I like the pink and white. Okay, so y'all are saying we need to add a bench. These are probably going to be all the stands we include, right? Now we can just fill it up with other details. So I like the idea of using bamboo for the bench. And then scaffolding for like a side table. So this would be a pretty good... It could be a pretty good place to have a bench. If there was an archery right there, but we're just going to go with it. We're going to have a bench right there. We'll have one here in between the stalls because it makes no sense. No, we're not going to put one there. Ooh, wait, I need to bring coarse dirt in here. Welcome back, Mr. Kiwi Man. What do you guys... I don't know. Do we just put the benches anywhere and kind of like allow the people to sit anywhere? It would make sense for there to be a bench here because it's relatively open. I think the table needs to be here. And then this is definitely a place where there could be a bench. How do you clear your inventory all at once? I click, you can shift and click on destroy item and then it clears everything. But if you're holding an item, you can shift and click and then it'll destroy everything but that item. Let's see, we could add a bench in here. It's just not going to have a table, but that's fine. And then, I was thinking about getting too fancy with it. I'm not going to get too fancy with it. Almost wanted to add like a carpet here, but that wouldn't make any sense at all. We can make the area around there a little bit more coarse dirty. And like so. I feel like there could be a bench in here. But this can be like the place where these people rest. We could have a fancy bench. Now we've got a fancy bench. Okay, we need to add a bit of coarse dirt around here, and then we're still going to have to add stone buttons. Oh, dude. These stands are like, I'm loving what's going on here. Okay, now we were speaking about adding green. I think the time has come for us to add some green. Let's have a quick gander at this with the shaders on. And you know what I'm going to do real quick? Just for this, I'm going to change the sun angle. So we can see it from this angle. And then hold on, the sun's there. Time set 7,500. And mine 3,500. Okay, cool. So we've got a ton of villages in here. We've got nice seating benches for people at the market. Oh, dude, we've even got the archery here. We've got the smithing place where the people come into the... Oh, we should add a... We should probably add like an anvil in here. That doesn't make sense, but we're keeping it like that. Well, it makes sense, but it doesn't connect, but we're keeping it like that. Fletcher's, the butcher, with his place that he prepares the food at. We've got the bread vendor. We've got the cake and baked goods vendor. We've got the farmers. We've even got the farming patch at the back here. I love it, I love it, I love it. Make a wool stand with different colors of wool. I don't know, guys. There's a lot of stand. There's like a lot going on here already. I don't know if we can fit another stand in here. Make a little path through the market. Right, we can do that. To be fair, this entire area is basically like a path, but I think I know what you mean. Like make a solid kind of thing coming through here. You know, the irony of this is this packed mud is actually supposed to be the most pathy block because it's supposed to look like the most compressed path. So the packed mud is actually where the main path should be going. But just for the visual help here, I think we're going to be using coarse dirt. And we'll bring it through to this vendor, to the bread stall, and to this fella. Then we can also use rooted dirt in here just for some highlights. Let's get the rooted dirt. I don't know if this is going to be too much now. I'm not opposed to it. I think I like it. Marchieworks fan, who's that? Kevin, is that you? Your name's green. Maybe the wool stand could go in the corner near the toolsmith. Alright, we can have a look at that. Please make a path through the market. That's what I'm doing. There's not a farm yet, but we're going to be building that shortly. I just need to finish up the market. Let me just double check. I am recording. Good. Okay, so... Hold on, you said in the corner. In the corner near the toolsmith. There's not much space in here. Or do you mean there? You know what? This... Adding the wool guy here is going to make a lot more sense, because then we could actually add sheep and the sheep can eat the grass. So let's first and foremost get a few like sheep pens in place. Oh. It's actually not a bad idea. Then we could get... And I think we're just gonna use two, but we're gonna go for like some wacky colors here. We're gonna go with pink and cyan. I love cyan. You just subbed, but it didn't come up on the screen. I do not know why. It didn't even come through as a notification for me. Sorry about that, dude. I can't explain that. Okay, I'm thinking we extend this up just a little bit and we get a few campfires with a few trapdoors, and we make a little bit of an overhang here for these guys. We could do something just like this to give them a little bit of shade. This one we could build this side. Is that a bit too high? I don't know, I don't think so. Okay. This is going to take a little bit of work to bring this together. But I'm thinking if we use like oak leaves as well. No, you know what? We said we're going to come back to that later. I'm getting distracted. We're going to come and do that all at once. So what this guy now needs is, this is going to be like an informal trader, I want to say. He's not going to have a fancy big boy stall. He's just going to have a stall that's kind of like this. And instead of barrels, we're going to be using hay bales. So we can put the hay bales for this guy over here. A few signs around here. Pellets for the crane that this guy apparently has. Off the forklift. Let me just catch up on chat real quick. Your younger brother made an amazing fried rice. You must be so proud, dude. Adam's telling our Dutch friend that he's 10 seconds behind. Oh, Jack, you've got pain in your teeth with those braces. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope it gets better. At least, you know, with the plan with the braces is like you're working towards something. Yo, Emma, welcome back to the stream. Make a little crane. I've already made a little crane. Well, okay, I've made a big crane. But I don't know, that this guy's too informal to have like a proper big, or a proper crane. What's my Minecraft? I'm playing on 1.21.7 and all of the shaders and stuff are linked in the description below. The mods and stuff I use. Okay, so we're just gonna make this guy's table here. And this guy's gonna need an umbrella. I feel like I need to do that. For this guy, we're gonna put the umbrella on the table. And I'm gonna take it to that height. Let me just get a slab here. Okay, and I feel like this guy should have the appropriate color like wool or carpet umbrella thing for the wool he's selling. And we've already got pink, so we're going to be going for cyan. Or that blue color. So now he's got a little bit of an umbrella. Now the issue is there's not actually a villager here. But we're just going to pretend like there is, because I'm not going to keep this guy in his, I don't know, in his station here. I'm not going to build something elaborate. We'll say his chair is over here. That's where he sits and does his admin. And this is where he sells stuff. And then I think we can put pink wool in here. With like some cyan wool over here. It's gonna look very vibrant and bright, but that's the point. Okay, we can put a lantern up there and a lantern on the wool. That way everything's got light. The wood looks fire. Thanks, Emma. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, just Google Minecraft. Go to the Mojang website, buy it there. Yosa say welcome. Don't worry about being late. It's all good. We built this market area. We've been working on this market area over here. That's what we've been working on. I could add barrier blocks to keep the villages in place, but my concern with that is that this whole world is going to be available for download on the Patreon. And I don't want the patrons like having to play with blocks that don't naturally exist. Now, there's a detail I want to use that I use down here. I want to use it all throughout. First and foremost, we can put a few of these pots around, and then I want to make these planters. So let's just get these two things organized in the inventory quick. I'm going to use dead bush. I'm going to use azalea leaves. And I think that's basically all we need for that. So I'm going to put a few of these pots all around just to make sure there's enough light. We'll put one in the path here as well, why not? We'll put one right in the middle here. Right over there. At the cows, they needed two. Ooh, we can hide one behind there. Okay, this area feels like it's gonna need more work done to it with a little bit of coarse dirt sprinkled throughout. But we must just remember the normal grass is actually very important for that stand. I'm definitely planning on adding custom trees. Definitely planning on doing that. Thanks, Felix. You had to get your doggo all good. Yeah, wait, why is everyone saying bye to Adam? Y'all had me there, like, what's going on? Okay, I think I'm gonna put this pot, I'm gonna make a planter over here. It feels like it's covering a little bit, but we're gonna be looking at it from here, so I think that's actually good. Definitely putting a planter up here. And then we can put one over here. Maybe, just maybe, this planter could prevent some people from getting shot from arrows. There's already a pot there, so I want to be careful about where I position these. See, like this area could work. Something like that. I think we could fit one in here. Okay, I like that. Now we need to get some leaves. And people said they want to add vines. Yeah, so I just dyed the sheep pink. I didn't spawn it like that. What about the people on the bench near the shooting range? They'll be fine, dude. Nah, they get... People are shooting from there. There is no way a dude shooting from here at that target is gonna hit this dude right here. I mean, that guy over there, maybe? Yeah, it's a good point. Let's help the people. We can have one there. Fine. Okay, now we spoke about wanting to add, like... Oh. Some leaves. It's very much in this plant's business. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. I don't wanna go too heavy on it. We could do something like that. Oh, it's also adding falling leaves particles. That's cool. Now this guy at the farmer here, this guy you can expect to be like... You can expect this guy to have leaves and stuff growing all over. We should actually even add like a few flowers in here. We could make that look like a vine growing all the way up. I just don't want to block off like paths, like access points. It's 2 AM, Jack. Wait, we've already been streaming for... How long have we been streaming for? That's crazy. Felix, you'll probably shoot an arrow like that. Nah, dude, you got it. I know you can do it. I think just adding a few bushes like this, especially around like the animal area as well. Oh, not at the fire. These things are just going to add nice little pops of color. I do like how that's brought the whole place together. I don't want to add green, like too much green in the paths, because I mean there's going to be like a lot of walking going along on here. So we said we should probably add a few flowers around here. Let's get a few natural blocks. I don't know, I like the big ones. Torch flower feels like a bold flower, but then we can also use a cactus. Have a cactus on the ground here. A torch flower there. Include a cactus there. Right, fellas, so marketplace has been built. I'm quite happy with this for the most part. There are a few things we can still add and that we're going to do. However, before we can do that, we need to seriously dive into like making the paths around the whole island now. That's what we're going to need to focus on. Before we do that, I'm going to need to take a quick break and get some water, refill the water and stuff like that. So I'm quickly going to put it on break. I'll be back. I hope to see you when I'm back. I shouldn't be too long, guys. See you just now. Hello? Hello, hello. I'm back, y'all. Oh, I feel better. I think AJRK means to say re as like re. I think that was like a Daquan thing, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let's get this back to the live screen. Let's get everything going. I need to... Okay, I recorded that separately. Now I'm going to record what we do next separately because this is going to be a big project we're going to work on. So let me just get everything recording. Start recording. Back to the live scene. Alright, we're back. Welcome back after the break, y'all. I feel refreshed and better. Let's build. So we're not going to work directly now on the market again. There are a few things we need to handle first. We need to make all of these paths around the entire island. Once all of the paths are in place, we can start building all of the rest of the stuff that we need to. Let me just... Okay. Everything fine? I'm just checking. I didn't forget something with the stream. Y'all can hear me. Everything's good. Okay, so... First thing we need, these blocks, this block. Some packed mud. We're going to need coarse dirt, rooted dirt. We're going to need stone buttons, short dry grass, tall dry grass, firefly bushes. Ooh. Okay. Not getting distracted, not getting distracted. Let's put the whole replace thing on. Need to make sure this path is actually right. Okay, so these brown wool blocks are basically being replaced with mud bricks. That means this path is now like, this doesn't need to be here. This, however, does need to be built here. Oh, no. The replace thing was on. Okay, so that goes through like that. I actually love that, how that's looking. It's pretty cool. Well, it's going to be the last stream of this week. Don't worry, I plan on doing more streams. This is just the start of it. I plan on building more in this world. We're just working on this island now. This is like the series we're working on. No, we're gonna keep working on this world, but we're just going to go and build different things at different places. So don't worry, y'all. There's going to be more where it comes from. I also need a break at some point. Please understand, building like this really drains your, I want to say like creativity. I need to recharge at some point. Okay, let's see. This path is going to come down here all the way down to there. I like that. Now there's going to have to be a path coming through here as well, indicated by these brown wools. Hashtag add more melons. We're starting a movement. After this I should do a desert oasis melon market. Well, look, I can jump around in this world and I'll just save these coordinates. No, Kevin, the stream, I do not plan on ending the stream soon. We have a lot more work we need to do. Isaac, welcome, hello, hello. So yeah, I plan on doing a lot more work in the stream, dude. I would like to actually finish this island. No idea how long that's going to take. Don't know if I can even commit to doing that. But we're going to see. We're going to try to get as close as we can to actually doing that. Okay, before we get too carried away with this, let's just get the slabs on top. Thanks, Isaac. I really like the... Oh, I'm glad the fact that you like it. Will it be done in the next hour? I need to try and go to sleep in 1 hour. I don't know if it's going to be done in the next hour, dude. I'm going to try to push to do the best, of, like, to the absolute best of my ability. But we'll have to see. Now, I don't think I want that there. I don't think I need these blocks on the side, actually. A desert town would be awesome. I love the idea of that. It sounds like a really cool challenge. Okay, let's add these slabs in. Kind of like that. Then I do like the idea of adding a few like higher places around here. It feels like it should be like that, but I need to update it at all the rest of the places. Let's add this in over here. Oh. Okay, now we're starting to see where the paths are going to go. how it's gonna come together. Yeah, Kevin, you're actually wrong. First time you're excited about actually being wrong, probably. Yo, Felix, you back? Your PC just died, don't stress. Alright. Yeah, dude, Adam has been committed. Adam has been here for like... This dude's been here for hours. AJ Arky also, Kevin also. Man, y'all have been supporting like crazy. Thank you. Okay, I think I want to handle this like... work on it section by section, but in general, for the next however long, we're going to be focusing on parts. I'm wondering if we should allow green to go through there. Probably not, because it wouldn't make sense where it's coming from. You know, it'd be cool if they added like, I want to say like a block that looks like those weeds that just grow through the soil, but that still has majority of brown on the floor, and then just like these little green particles coming through it. I think that could be cool. Like, you came when the dock was built. My dude joined late. But hey, you're here and that's what matters. Let's just add that into there. Dude, this little detail of like connecting them makes so much, like such a huge difference. Okay, do we need to add anything there? Probably not. We're gonna break this out. Ooh, wait, can I... This is gonna be path. I'm wondering if I can just... I hope this doesn't break anything. It shouldn't. Grab that course. What happened down there? That... Okay, it worked. Okay, cool. Now I know what's missing. Okay, we need to add a few of these things in here. Now I'm not sure about using the... I think I'm gonna use spruce slabs here. The mud looks too similar to the walls. So it's gonna go from mud stairs there to spruce slabs over there. I should make things for each biome and have chat help for ideas. It's a good idea. We'll look into doing that in the future. Okay, I think now we need to add the rooted dirt in. For the path that is traveled. Ooh, that's already done a lot. I don't know what this path exactly leads to. Maybe just a lookout point for the quarry. And we are not putting safety fences up there, so people gotta be careful. And then we can just start adding firefly bushes and stuff in. Dude, when you walk around on this island, like if you were playing this in survival, it would feel so immersive because there would be so many particles around here with these firefly bushes and all of this sort of stuff. That's what I love about it. Like, I feel that's one thing that can make a good build a great build, if there's actually a sense of liveliness in it. Like you get an experience, there's an atmosphere when you walk through it. It doesn't just look cool. I think that's something I should like always try to strive for in these builds. Ooh, that's a lot of pebbles. Okay, so that's one path set up, and that's already feeling like it's tying the village together. Okay, now we just have... Actually, we've been updating the paths as we've been going, so it shouldn't be... We shouldn't have like that much more to go. So let's see, we can remove these blocks. Probably add a slab in there. And we've got this area we need to sort out. Do something. Must always remember to bring these blocks up. Dude, look at how far we've actually come since we've built this house. Like, it's gonna sound crazy, but I feel like I've genuinely improved as a builder, even just through this stream, like since we started building this house. Because you can see how the details have I want to say like evolved and adapted. This used to be the path we went with, and then we found out about making paths like this. This feels so much better for me. It's crazy. How are Kev and Lil Kev going? Let's have a look. I hope they're still here. Dude, they're still here and they've been laying eggs. Kevin, Lil Kev, what's up, little guy? They grow up so fast. Okay, I believe there was a plan originally for there to be a path here, so let's do that. Leading to the farmer place. All along here. I guess this is going to be like a really big chunky path section. Ooh, we could add like a bench in here, almost have it be like a rest stop throughout the village. That could be cool. I'm getting carried away again. Focus on the path, we can add more details afterwards. Hold on, I need to check. Okay. Sorry, I get what feels like PTSD. Because I'm always scared that I'm not recording. And I just have to check sometimes. Vishal, welcome to the stream, dude. It's good to have you here. Thanks for joining, man. I appreciate it. Felix, you're leaving for about 5 minutes. PC needs to restart. All the best, dude. Okay, I'm gonna be replacing this with coarse dirt. Flood fill. And then we're gonna need to texture this into here. Kind of like that, I like it. And then we need to bring the rooted dirt from between there all the way through here. And I feel like we could maybe include a tree in the middle there. Oh, we need to build trees. There's so much we need to do. I feel like there could be a tree in the middle there. That could be cool. Something I could do in this world is making a whole little town for each biome with each one for like a week or so over the span of like half a year or more or less. I like the idea of doing that. I like the idea of building up like one main big world. It sounds like a really fun project. That's all good, Kevin. You missed the stream? Yeah, you know what? For everyone that's currently here, let me give you a quick update with the shaders on. We can have a look. We built the marketplace today and now we're working on paths. So this entire area, there's like a sheep section here. There's a armorsmith and toolsmith here. We've even included a place for them to like do their work. We've included a few benches and flower pots all around. These are the Fletchers. There's even a fletching place over here at the back. You have to stand behind this place if you want to shoot at them. And then we've even included a butcher here with like a fire over there cooking some meat. And a few animals. We've included a bowl thing, I guess, for the market to be open. A cake stand. A few melon farmers. A bread stand. And, oh yeah, the melon farmers also have a few like crops growing at the back here. So that's what we've been up to. Let me quickly disable this before my computer gives up on me. Make a park. This whole place kind of feels like a park, to be honest though, dude. Okay, now we need to... I need to stop getting distracted. We need to make the paths, dude. When the paths are in place, we can do everything else. But the paths need to be in place. It's like a fundamental part of this project. It's the positioning of where everything else goes. And yes, apparently there is a path leading all the way to the back here to nothing. Maybe we put a diving board there, I don't know. It's for people who want to go swim in the ocean, but not at the dock. Let's extend these parts up. Hashtag add more melons. Y'all are starting the movement again. We can, okay. Y'all keep that movement going, and one day we're gonna make like melon patches all around here. Please don't tell me I broke something with that. Okay, then we can get some rooted dirt going all through here. We need to... Where's my packed mud? Need to bring this in here. Apparently we've also got wildlife just roaming the paths. These paths are very dry though, it's kind of weird. It feels like I'm gonna need to make a sticker or something. I don't know how to do that. A sticker for add more melons. Okay, are there any more paths we need to make? We've got this path going around here. Yes, there are. Huge paths we need to make, but this should go quick. If we focus up, I should be able to do this quick. Oh no. That's gonna slow us down a lot. The useless path could lead to melons. Yeah, alright. Okay. I don't want to get distracted, but there's a part of me that actually just wants to do that now, dude. Y'all are infecting me with distractions. Chat wants it. Let's add melons. This can be like the secret melon stash. We'll get the sea pickles for the stems. We'll have campfires and signs. We'll follow the established theme. I can't place one there. Okay, there's your melon stack. Are you happy? That I had to satisfy you for a little while. No, Kevin, do not come in here with other false doctrine. Please, only follow Jesus here. We ain't blaspheming with those other things. And we have to learn from what happened with Moses. Okay, we have to learn about what happened when he came down from the mountain and there was an idol cast there. We can't be repeating that. And I ain't even joking about it. Okay, now that y'all's melon desires have been fulfilled, hopefully we can get this path done quick. Ooh, I wanted to make a... I've been breaking these sections. I think these are like the sections where we need to go up to the top to connect these parts together. I think that's what this was meant for, and I've just been breaking these things, ignoring them. I need to replace those blocks. When did I place these in here? Where did this come from? Huh. Interesting. This is going to escalate very quickly once I get this frame built, guys. Very quickly. Once I can use that axiom tool. We will definitely be adding more melons around though, guys. Don't worry. I love the idea. I love the idea of having... We can have melon patches all around. We can have hay patches all around. We can have pumpkin patches all around. Ooh, I need to connect this up here. Okay. This is a monumental moment. Oh no. We have managed to connect it back to the main path. Ooh. It would be nice if I could extend this up, but it would only extend it with blocks. So that wouldn't serve the purpose. I could do this. We could do something like that. Need to work on this transition a little bit. Replace Neo 200 melon block. Y'all are trying to start problems here. Okay, that's coming together good. This part is definitely going to be left just like that. Oh wait, this isn't even going to be a... The path is the back part here. Kind of feels like it's playing with my eyes a bit. This needs to be opened up. Okay, now we can very soon start using Axiom. Oh, we should replace this path with melons. Let's see. Okay. This is a dangerous thing that we need to be careful of here. We need to like zoom this out because we need to see what we're deleting. Okay, this doesn't seem to be doing a dangerous amount of deleting. So we're going to do that. That section in there. I just don't want to break anything. Will the village be finished by the time the stream ends? Because then we can dedicate the next stream to the desert town. I'd like to try to get this thing finished. Also, I haven't yet committed to the desert town. I still need to think about it a little bit more. I don't want to burst anyone's bubble, but I'm not committing to anything just yet. I have to give it thought. It's a cool idea, but yeah. Okay, that should be... Please don't tell me this broke something. Okay, that's actually a pretty cool path that is being formed here. This needs to be extended up. You think I should add a well? Yeah, Jack was committed to that, dude. Jack was committed. A well could be cool. A well could definitely be cool. You don't want it. You want the stream to end because you may miss it. Yeah, well, I mean, it is an island, so people will need fresh water. Hey, they get their water from the melons. Wait, okay. Now we use the replace tool, and we can just walk through here with some rooted dirt for a little bit of highlight. I put on misclick. This could cause mass destruction. This is also replacing majority of the coarse dirt with rooted dirt. I am realizing that. Ooh, is there a way to sneak through here? Okay, this needs to connect to something. That feels problematic. Oh, what am I doing? Of course. It connects up like this. Okay, so the path has come together beautifully. I think that's the only area that really is left that needs to be pathed. If I'm not mistaken. I don't see any more brown wool on the floor. So now I need to Oh right, I still need to add these things. Need to add some bushes all around. Every other place. And then we come through with some dry grass. You love how you've slowly seen this village come to life? Oh, I'm glad, dude. Yeah, you've been committed, dude. You've been here for the whole process. Okay, that's starting to feel very repetitive, but I think it's gonna blend in later when we implement the master plan. There's still a master plan that needs to be implemented. Okay, I think that's everything. I don't think I need to add any more like vegetation anyway. Felix, no, chill, dude. Chill, dude, you gotta chill. Okay. The master plan is, I shall start with it. Well, I mean, it could be a melon master plan, not gonna lie. But let's get the mud brick slabs in. We're gonna get grass. And we can start sneaking in a little bit of water in these places. Can't remember where I placed the last water. The master plan is to include more farms. That means there probably will be more melons growing. So good news for everyone. Thanks, AJark. Yeah, I appreciate it. You've seen how much we've been grinding on this island to get it to the point where it is now. Okay, the issue is I don't really have a reliable way of adding water over here. So I might have to just kind of come and... Honestly, if I place the water in there to reach the end blocks, then I may have like just keep them here and not even put them under the walls. Question is, what do we cover them with? We could use mangrove roots. Mangrove roots are nice, they look like green. Then you can walk over them, that's not bad. I'm not gonna grow only melons, guys. The trees from a watermelon sprout. I don't know about that. Ooh, now I can replace all of these blocks, doing something very weird to the screen. Will melons grow onto farmland if there's nothing else on that block? These are the questions we need to be asking. Let's see, my tick speed is fast. This should happen very quick. Okay, they will. Nice. Oh. My dude is apparently trying to grow everywhere. Okay, let's get this all filled up. Hey Laser, welcome back, welcome back. I'm sorry if this is causing some sort of like a flashing or something on the screen. If it bothers your eyes, just look away. Because this is, I think, the fastest way we'll... No, it's not the fastest way. What am I talking about? Hold on. Let me add water this side. We can shrink this down. Grab farmland. Oh no. Control Z. Thank you. Fill that up. Now we've got farmland. Adam, you have a question, but you stated that you have a question as a question and not a statement, so I'm a bit confused. Do you have a question or not? We should probably include some pumpkin. just general seed and carrots. I just squished the sheep there. It's fine. We've got a few of those. Hold on, you can put... Sorry, I'm thinking about like the variety of how we could actually arrange this area. You could put a pitcher plant on here, right? What if we put like a row of these things all the way against the back? And then we try to work in like layers of height. It's going to be very bright, but there will be stuff in front of them. Then we can work in like melon stuff. Need to make sure they have place to grow all around. What is the world edit mod called? It's called Axiom. There's a link for it in the description. Okay, y'all are probably very happy with the fact that we've got melons. Now we're gonna add a layer of wheat in the back here. In any gap we have open. Ooh, we should actually get bone meal at the ready. To do that. And then we could probably put a little bit more wheat in front. Make a palm tree near the dock. A good way to make them is with composters and spruce slabs on top. Then with the jungle leaves. They're thin so it should fit. Can try that. Just want to get these beds in place. Make a picture of a mixture of pitcher plants. Yeah, Kevin, watch out. I know you're being supportive, but just watch out. I don't know if Streamlabs is going to ban you for spamming at some stage. I appreciate the support, though. I appreciate the enthusiasm and the motivation. Caffeinated Owl, welcome back. Good to have you here. You stopped updating Minecraft after 1.20.1? I don't know, man. I've been loving the game. Been loving the updates. Okay, I feel like this calls for a moment to have a look at it with shaders. I just want to change the settings to, I think it was like 7,500. Somewhere there. Dude, that's looking so nice. A little messy, but it's kind of like good, I think. AGRK, watch out for the spamming, please. Okay, I'm going to disable that. It's very vibrant though. It is incredibly vibrant. This area right over here. I don't want to make too many of those beds. I don't want to have too many of these beds because it's going to become very overwhelming. In fact, hold on, I have bone meal on me. This area I actually just want to keep simple and like bone meal it with, well, just bone meal it full grass. That need to be a melon place. We'll see if we include more melons. Yo, Ultimate Zane, welcome back. Looks like I need some melons. Okay, now I think what this place needs, if we look at it from here, yeah, it could do with some melons, let's be honest. Let me just border this off a little bit. Ooh, wait, we were supposed to create like a staircase going up here. That means this piece needs to be extended out. But then that's going to be blocking that path off. That's not great. Something like that. I'm glad you like it, Ultimate. Glad you like it. Okay, continue framing this off. And then we can shrink this down. Ooh, you know what we were supposed to do before we did that? We were actually supposed to bring water in here. With mangrove roots. Yo, the roots actually contain the water. I did not know that. That's cool. Okay, now we can flood fill with farmland. And then we just repeat that process of pitcher plants. With some melon. I don't think I can place melon on that edge there though, because that would be breaking the entrance. Should also probably be placing something like that over there. Doing that. It's a very messy path leading up there, but it is a path nonetheless. And it does work. It is kind of retained. Mangrove roots are amazing and they hide lights pretty well as well. Oh, like you use it usually to like hide a light behind it to allow the light to emit through. Okay, then we can add a little bit more color with the vibrant carrots over here. Oh wait, I used pumpkins, not melons. Oops. Yo, the thing is coming together. We need to maybe build a few trees down there as well. Okay, I think we quickly switch into building a few flower locations. A few flower beds. Cheers, Laser. All the best, dude. I'm glad you like the village. Thanks, man. So that means more beehives. It does need to, it's going to need to be framed by something though. So we either use, I think we just use spruce slabs at the top here. Shame, melons only? Nah, dude. We need pumpkin too. We need vegetable, not just fruit. We need the pumpkin, we need the wheat, we need the carrot. Let's see if we can break a little way through here. Like so. And now by default, this entire section is just going to be turned to flower patch. So I should be able to just shrink this down. Flood fill it, not with farmland this time. Nah, now we're going with coarse dirt. Let's grab some of this here rooted dirt. And we can also make like a path going through here. We could have flowers on each side of this path. Perhaps. Can you make a small contained grass spot with a palm tree I suggested near the dock soon? Let's see where we would do that. Probably down there. I could build it down there. Or we could build it here. We could... Now, if we build a tree here, it's going to cover the dock. Can't have that. We'll get to that. I hope. I plan on getting to it. We'll see if we can. Okay, but this place has got bees for days though. And we just used rose bushes down there, I think. The world seed's not going to help you much because I had to do a lot of work to this island to get it to look like this. But there's the seed nonetheless. Can pause the video if you need to, pause the stream if you need to. Okay, we're just gonna fill this up with rose bushes. And unfortunately, I can't do this with Axiom. I do remember what we did last time. And it only placed like the bottom half of the bush. That was kind of weird. I think we're going to leave the rooted dirt sections open to make it so that you can still like walk through here. Plus the beekeepers would have to get in here as well. Melon towel. We are not building a melon hotel, guys. That's where I put my foot down. Yeah. I don't know how even. It would just end up being a giant melon that has like a hole in it. It probably has like a door and windows in it. You could even do palm trees and rotate it with Axiom since they're so thin. Yeah. How did I do what? Need to use your words, need to clarify for me, Adam. Ooh, should also be bringing stone buttons into here. Y'all need to let me know, is YouTube pushing like a lot of ads through? Cause I put it to like the smallest setting to send as few ads as possible. Ooh, it could kind of be coming out a little bit there. Nah. It doesn't appear on everybody's screen at the same time. Jack, those are some, that's some fancy text you got there. The mod for the rose bushes in different colors is Vervada's Enhanced Plants. It should be in the description as well. Need to learn Axiom? Dude, I still have a lot to learn, but the tool is really fun. It makes building a lot more efficient. But even like now, I'm not that efficient with it. I could be doing this, like, I could be doing stuff a lot faster. So yeah, I just recommend just get started. Okay, we need to have an entry point 2 here. This entire place is going to be turned into coarse dirt. And then we put the replace thing on. Okay, and this is going to be like that park area. We need to build a bench there still. Can build a few beehives. I wonder if this is going to add too much color to the island. I hope not. The old school, you need to take time to watch some tutorials on it. Me too, man. Me too. Like, I think I watch there's a YouTuber called, I think his name is Calvin. He also streams. That guy makes really fantastic Axiom tutorials. I think you spell his name like this. That dude makes fantastic Axiom tutorials. Everything I know, I learned from that guy. I think that's probably like the only tutorial channel for Axiom that I watch. Yeah, dude, when you go to that channel, then you're gonna see what a real builder actually looks like. That guy can build. I do like these pops of color that's between all this brown, now that I think about it, because like looking here, it looks like there's a lot of brown. And then you see this little pop here. Bold melons. Dude, it's making it look so nice. It's making it like feel like community. I don't know how to explain it in a different way. You were watching one of his lives, he's amazing. Dude, that guy is fantastic. That guy is insane. Okay, let's just get a bench in here. And then I think we make a small little tree. It doesn't have the it's not a community if it doesn't have the binding force. Melons. Yeah, thankfully there are melons everywhere. Thanks to y'all. We're gonna break this out over here. Extend that to there. And then we're gonna need another flower patch around here. Which means we also need spruce planks to tie this up. I wonder how many messages has been sent in chat just speaking about melons. You guys are going crazy with it. Okay, I think we're gonna include a path coming through here. Something like that. Then when we remove this and flood fill it, it should look a lot better. Oh. And then we just fill it in with roses. All of these purple patches, I don't know if I explained it earlier, all of the purple patches were initially planned to be flower beds. Like these sorts of flower patches. Then the other patches are farmland. For the village to thrive off of. Having a lot of flowers and beehives is critical for your ecosystem. They welcome bees into the environment, which helps with pollination, which improves your yields on vegetables. And that's a real life principle too. Okay, now we've got a little bit of flour going around there. Y'all are being disappointed because there's no melons. Should add an underground base made of melons. No bees, no melons. Exactly, dude. We need the bees to have the melons. You can't have the melons without bees. Okay, this hidden area over here, this is going to be turned into farmland. See, caffeinated owl gets it. Nice little path leading up there. We'll break that down. Okay, that chicken might lose his life. Those chickens might lose it if they don't move. Flood fill. Before I flood fill, I have to get water and rooted dirt. There's gonna be some melons. There'll definitely be some melons. Alright, all cool to say. No, I missed. Okay, now we can just fill this up with farmland. Dude, it's so fast, it's so nice. Oh, yep, there go the chickens, I warned them. It was their own doing. It was their own doing. Okay, let's just go get the crops over here real quick. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Your pet melon died last week. Rip Melonius Martin. That's a creative name. We need to keep the style coming through your consistent fitters. We can't just spam melons in this entire area. As we know, you need the bees to have the melons. Can't have the melons without the bees. Oh, what happened here? I'll tell you what happened there. Bone meal happened there. Oh. Wait. My brain is breaking. How do I craft in creative? Do I need to actually open a crafting table? How do you get melon seeds out of a melon? Okay, here are your melons, fellas. Here are the melons. The flowers are invading the melons. The flowers are helping the melons. Kevin, this is the last stream for this week. I plan on resting tomorrow and Sunday. Handling some IRL stuff. Once you get into a habit of like streaming more, and I want to find a way to create like decent content out of the streams so that I'm doing like two productive things at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense. I want to be spending majority of my time building, but if there's a way I can record the streams and then edit it into an entertaining video, I think that'll be cool. Okay, so we've got another crop patch over there, which is fantastic. This area right here would probably be a cool place to almost have like a park-like thing. Ooh, this area should actually be the park. This is like at a huge tree. And we need grass in the park, so that's important. So let's get that bamboo going. And then at some stage we're gonna have to come and build custom trees in here. We need scaffolding as well. Where did I put that? We can have like a little tree, a little bench under the tree here. On both sides. Add some potatoes and fish and chips. Dude, I love fish and chips. We're eating fish and chips tonight actually. It's always going to be quality content when there's melons. Melon tree. Guys, y'all need to chill on the melons. Ah, wait, I have bone meal right here. I don't know if I want to go over the top with this park. Like, we've done a lot. I should probably create a small little spruce slab barricade going around there. Ooh, what if we build a barricade around the park area specifically with something like this? I don't know how this is gonna work. Is this gonna look like a barricade at all? I think this just needs to be planks. It works better just as planks. Connects up there. We'll allow that to go through. Okay, we've got a little park barricade. Thanks, Kevin. Welcome back, to say. Use iron bars as a barricade. Bro, why does my brain break? Like, that was the simple fix, you know? And the iron bars actually look like a barricade that you would find in a park. See, this is why I need a break on the weekends. Okay, we've actually got a park barricade. You didn't skip a single ad, so you guess you deserve melons. Hey, I've included a lot of melons. I've included more melons in here than ads that I've played. Thanks, to say, I appreciate it. Okay, one thing we need to do here is we need to hang a few lanterns. Ooh, and there are already fences in place. How cool is that? How many of you guys actually remember us building this giant tree? I feel like those people would be the OGs. And we can definitely add a little bit of coarse dirt in here, but I want there to be a lot of green. But since the path's dirty, we can kind of like act as if dirt is being walked in here. It's a little park, it's nothing fancy. You should stop today, your brain is not braining and you need to sleep and you want to leave because you'll miss stuff. I'm trying, dude. I'm trying to finish this off. We're almost there. We need to fill this part. Oh snap, we need to fill 2 parts. Okay, this is close to the ocean. We're gonna make this, we can make this another melon patch. Let's get the water. Let's get the mangrove roots. My sheep friend, I recommend you evacuate this area very soon. Did I miss? What? Oh, there's 2 of them. Adam, you're gonna have to sleep at some point. Let me grab bone meal quick as well to just fill this area up. Ooh, we'll also need to make a connection here. Okay, then we can shrink this down. Add that water. No, don't hurt the sheep. What? What are you guys going on about? Did I miss something? Oh, yo, Void. What's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, let's flood fill this with farmland. We're not gonna hurt the sheep. They will be spared. They have been spared. As long as they don't run in there. If they run in there now, that's their own doing. Ooh, wait, the water doesn't reach there. Hashtag won't sleep, need more melons. How many mods do I have installed? The mods are in the description. It's basically just Axiom and the double hotbar mod, and then I've got a few texture packs. Now we need, I'm just gonna go to this top patch over here, get everything we need. We're gonna need the melon seeds, wheat seeds, and then I think I had carrots over here somewhere. This side. Okay, now the question is, how do we want this gradient to look? We should probably do it this way, so that it looks good when you view the island from the back here as well. Ooh, we should not forget about the path that allows you in here, which is probably going to connect to the... What do you call this thing? The grain silo. Yeah, this is the grain silo. This looks a bit weird. Yeah, we'll put that there. Just need some coarse dirt over here. Yeah, that'll be fine. How does the grain get into the silo? No idea. Did not think about that. We just know how to hoist it up. That's all we know. We were just told we need to be able to hoist it up. That is a problem for other people. Okay, then we can start filling these gaps in with wheat. Rex, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Oh, that melon can't melon. It's okay. Okay, we're gonna have a good amount of wheat in here as well, because the village needs bread. And then we can have a good amount of carrots as well. Your favorite base is the underground base shaped like an H. It has everything. I'm glad to hear that, dude. I really tried to design that base in a way where it really has everything. And what I like with underground bases is you can always like expand further. You can dig deep into the ground if you need anything else. So that's what I try to do with the bases I design. Because that way, hold on, is there different heights between the carrots and the wheat? Because that way each person can make the base suited to their own playstyle. How does the stream XP work? I think the stream XP works via how much you chat, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was like an initiative by YouTube to try to get people to be more active in streams, like to chat more. Or it might also be a watch time thing, like how much you watch. I have no idea. I could probably check it, like read up on it at some point. I probably should read up on it at some point. Dude, these melons be growing over the side of the island. If you started streaming at 3 PM, you miss everything. Oh, wait, what's the time for you now, Kevin? Because right now, for me, it is 10 past 12. So, beetroot, I love the color of beetroot. I just don't use it much when I play with it. Like, I barely ever actually grow beetroot. And then I think I can make this wheat here a little thicker. This might be one of the last things we need to do, hey? We still need to build trees. That's still something we gotta do. But that's probably the last area we need to fill. We definitely need a tree in that space over there. We live in the same time zone? Cool, cool, cool. Yo, Felix, you're ahead of me. What's the future like, dude? You're like 7 hours ahead of me. Please stop the stream. You want to go to bed? I have to do some more work, dude. There's more that needs to be done. Okay, so let's get stuck into it. I think, who was it that asked for the palm tree? I think it was AJ. We said we want to build a palm tree. We are just unsure of where we want to build it. Let's grab some bone meal. I just found a patch that's open. You're currently having dinner. Watch me build like a pro. Oh, I appreciate the kind words, dude. Hope you're having a good dinner. Now you're gonna be full. Now you don't have space for the fish and chips. Okay, there was speak of a palm tree. I have genuinely no idea where we're gonna be able to build that palm tree. Because building it anywhere is gonna feel like it's covering stuff up. We could, hold on, we could try to build it here. I can't remember how AJ recommended it, but I'm thinking, does it start with like a log and then do something like this? That looks palm tree, right? They have like a curve to them, or do they just curve one way? You hungry and you legit have melons in the fridge? That's a W, dude. You have melon in the fridge. Could do a small one using dripstone. Well, this one seems like the right size. So let's grab some... Let's see what leaves we can use. We have the option of using mangrove leaves. We also have the option of using jungle leaves. If I'm not mistaken, mangrove leaves look pretty cool. Now, because this thing is like tilting, we need to make the leaves look like they are kind of tilting. Probably need to add another layer up here. And we can round it out. Because this ain't round. We could do something like this. Starting to look a bit like a palm tree. I think these need to go away. Hold on, it needed that and it needed this removed. And that can be up there. Use composters as logs. Oh, because they have like that texture. The issue is the top of it's going to look open and you're going to have a hollow tree. I don't know, what do we think of the palm tree? It's not bad. Let me catch up on chat real quick. They curve one way. What accent do I have in my shorts? South African accent. I'm from South Africa. Mangrove suits the palm tree. I agree. See, so it would be like hollow logs. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay. Spruce trapdoors. Is it going to be too harsh? Yo, it looks like a palm tree, dude. It looks like a palm tree. Why am I shocked? Beans for coconuts. Are they just called beans? Cocoa beans. How do you hang them? Do you hang them like... Do you place them on something? Wait, how do cocoa beans work? Don't they need to grow on logs? So that's the issue with that. They need to grow on logs. I'm wondering if there's a... If that palm tree is that small, surely we could fit a small palm tree in here. It can't be too big though. Get the trapdoors on here. Get the bend going. Alright, Adam. If you stop responding, you're sleeping. You need them on jungle, but yeah, I saw that. I realized there's a bit of a delay going on here, sorry. Guys, I don't think he's sleeping yet. I think he said if he stops chatting, then he fell asleep. Okay, but we need to add a little bit of roundness by doing things like this. The trick is to make this look good from like all sides. That's what's difficult about it. Yeah, I think that's alright. Hold on, I need something here. Now it seems like it's wrapping around. We're just gonna go with that for now. Okay, you know what? We haven't done this in a long time. Let's have a look at this with the shaders on. Bruh, the island has come alive. Look at this thing. The flower patches, the farms, the palm trees. Also, I just realized what we did. The palm trees are facing a different direction, which means somehow the wind is blowing in a different direction in this small area all at the same time, but we're just gonna go with it. Oh, it really feels immersive as you walk through here. Okay, hold on. I want to try something quick. Just want to make sure this is off. Let's have a look at how the island looks at night. Dude, even at night, this thing looks cool. That's how you know, dude. That's how you know. Let's disable this. Yo, wait, you're 16, but you're already 5 years in high school? When I was 16, I think you go to high school when you're turning like 14. You go there when you're usually 13? No, that's not right. Yeah, when you're 13. That's when you start, and you finish high school when you're about 18. So we still need to build a little bit of a tree here, which I've got a bit of an idea for. I want to try something. We could use like a mud brick to do something like this. Okay, can't connect it with that. Ooh, and then we could maybe even use granite walls. I think it needs to be taller here. Let's just keep it simple for now with the mud bricks. It's supposed to look like a type of wood. And then it thins out like that. You're 28, you think. No, dude, I understand what Felix is saying. As you get older, you kind of start losing track of it. When you're young, it's easy. The number is small. As soon as you get older, like I had to really think the other day. Maybe break strips in the palm trees so it looks like thorns, like real ones. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that off, dude. I've got to be honest with you. I think I want to go with like spruce leaves here. Right, Adam, all the best, dude. This doesn't feel tall enough. Also, should we be going with mud? At some stage, surely the mud can turn into like granite, which can then turn into spruce. I don't know how people build these trees. We're just gonna go with mud. And then I think we just start putting like leaves around here. I don't know, dude. I have no experience in building these trees. That looks terrible. I'm just not. I'm not gonna waste time trying to do this now. I have to go and learn how to do it. So I'm not gonna waste anyone's time here. So I think what we can do here instead, which could be really cool, is because there's a campfire over here, we could bring this over. We could add a few like campfire details around here, which makes sense. Then we need to get some gravel. The gravel looks like ash around the fire. stone buttons to look like little pebbles. Got a little campfire section, but it's a little too symmetrical. Kind of like that. Something like that's good. What about sea lanterns in the ocean? I don't know. It feels like sea lanterns would be... I would have to find a sneaky way to incorporate it. But if I were to tackle this ocean now, it would take so much time. Like, the ocean is huge. I think we're just going to be focusing on this area for now. We could do something like this. Make little seating areas. This way they actually look like chairs. We don't have to complete all of them. They could look a little bit broken. Actually, I feel like bonus points if they look broken. It's kind of cool. It's kind of nice. Kind of cozy. Ooh, what we can do around here. We'll say there's like one rich man on this island. Oh wait, no, sorry. All the horses are there. Apparently, this island needs like 8 horses. Don't know why, but that's how it is. I just want to add a few barrels around here, and then we can actually add a sign, a fence post over there with a... I'm thinking about spawning a horse here and just attaching it to a lead. Or using the lead to attach it to there. This could be like a place where you rest in the village. Add a barrel, added a barrel. Okay, this area here feels like it needs something. I feel like the entire village could benefit from having a few greener plants around it as well. Like the occasional fern on the path. Thanks, Felix. I appreciate it. I'm trying, dude. Like I said, I feel like my building skill has improved even just in this stream already. It's evidence for you guys what practice does. Like, it's genuinely just practice. Now I want to get a few more ferns up here. And I don't know if you guys have picked up on it, but like I'm repeating a lot of the same details in different places with different intentions behind them. So you really don't have to get like fancy when it comes to building. Ooh, random piece of grass here. I feel like maybe, where can we add more ferns? This area needs to be bone mealed. Put a large fern in there. The marketplace could surely do with a few ferns sprinkled around. Ah, the bushy bush, yeah. The bush that's actually a bush. I keep forgetting about the bush. I think the bush is going to work perfectly in the marketplace because it's smaller. Yeah, the bush almost looks like a little weed that might be growing through. Let's mix it in here for some green. Very gently though. Oh, Jack, you had a big lag spike. Sorry to hear it, dude. New Zealand ferns. Who are the ferns again? Remind me. You didn't see me practicing, you only see me building a masterpiece. Hey, you saw how many mistakes we made. You saw how long it took to make this build. That, my friend, that was practice. I was practicing right in real time. Ooh. I guess we could add a few bushes in the pig pen. Oh, and they work on mud too? Was what a pickup line? Did I miss something? Oh, are you saying that about what Kevin said? Can I repeat that? I think I said you were referring to the ferns. Remind me what exactly are they like? Are the ferns like a specific sport code team for New Zealand. AJ Oki's on 225 stream XP. Ooh, always finding patches like this. I think you just have to watch the stream and comment and stuff. Jack, surely you have a certain degree of XP. You've been here for a long time. Oh, they're a New Zealand national plant. Okay, that makes sense, but like I feel like I've heard the ferns being used to refer to a specific New Zealand team. I don't know if it's like the New Zealand women's rugby team or their cricket team or something like that. Right, guys, I think the island is done. Let's have one more look with the shaders on. But I think the island is complete. It feels like it has everything and more than what I wanted it to have at the start. Okay, this does feel a bit laggy. Okay, I have to remove this thing at the back here. That's crazy, we actually finished the island. Let's get a stick. Oh, this is Lightmatica, by the way. I'll show you guys how I use Lightmatica now. That's another mod I use. Well, this is just how I'm going to use it to delete everything here. I could have done it with Axiom too. But yeah, on delete, so I can now just delete that. Very useful tool. Alright guys, I genuinely just want to say thank you to everyone who's like been watching, to every single person who's here now, and to everyone who's like been watching throughout the whole week. The fact that you guys have shown up so consistently is insane, and I appreciate it very much. You guys probably helped me with various ideas in every single part of this entire build. I genuinely could not have built this without you. Thank you very much. You have been nothing but helpful and supportive. So I'm gonna get my weekend started soon. And I just want to say I hope you guys have a good weekend, and always remember, Jesus loves you.